Hi everyone, it's me, B. Hope you're good. So I'm on to do questions 12 to 17. Okay, so let's crack on. Okay, so question 12 is what divination tool do you use outside tarot? And I use Lenormand. I will flip the camera around shortly and show you some of my Lenormand decks. Question 13 is, where would you like to be with your tarot practice in 10 years? Probably more established, probably having a website, doing more readings, and stuff like that. Question 14, do you have tarot tattoos, art, home decor to share or want? Don't have any tarot art decos and stuff to share, but what I would like is probably to get some like tarot jewelry. I saw some nice Three of Sword earrings on Etsy that I'd like and stuff like that. Question 15, what is your favourite pop culture tarot reader representation and why? Don't have one, to be quite honest. Question 16, paint, draw, collage your 2020 tarot card. Why have you chosen this? Not really much of a drawer, unfortunately. But my 2020 tarot card is Justice. 17. What celebrity would you read for and why? What celebrity would I read for and why? Oh, probably Shirley Bassey, because I find her quite interesting and I'd like to know a bit more about her life, really. Okay, so I'm going to flip the camera around and show you some of my Lenormand decks. See you in a minute. Bye. So I've turned the camera around. But before I show you some of my Lenormand decks, I just want to give you a very, 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 very basic kind of summary of Lenormand. So I'm not really up to date with the history, but I would like to study it. But I do know that there's two types of Lenormand. There's the Petite Lenormand, which is 36 cards, and which I tend to normally go for, and the Grand Duke Lenormand, which tends to be 54 cards. So the Petite Lenormand, which I'm kind of familiar with, is named after Anne-Marie Lenormand. Now, what I personally like about Lenormand is that I find it quite an accurate divination tool. It's kind of straight to the point for me and gives you kind of like accurate, in my experience, predictions. Also as well, I find that my clients that I read for don't find the Lenormand deck so scary because they tend to be archetypes of everyday life, whereas some archetypes in the tarot system, for example, death, and the devil can be quite scary to some people. Okay, so let's have a look at my first Lenormand deck. So this one here is called the Prince Lenormand Oracle, and it's by the lovely Ethne Dawn. This was created in 2015. So it says here, the Prince Lenormand Oracle is an enchanting deck exploring the world of divination and connecting to the inner truths. Containing the 36 traditional Lenormand cards, plus an extra man and woman and wow card. Booklet with card explanations and instructions included. Art and writing by Ethne. Okay, so let's take a look at this deck. So it comes with a booklet. I tend to put the extra man and extra woman in here because I tend to like to use the other one. She just gives an explanation here about her deck. For each card, she gives the number, the archetype, the playing card association, and key meanings, and she does that for all of the 36 cards. I don't think there's any spreads in here, to be quite honest. Oh, there is a spread there. There's a direct line spread which is a 5-card spread. And then she puts a bit here about her Tarot Readers Academy Lenormand course, should anybody be interested. That's the grand tableau spread there as well. Okay, so what I like about this deck is that it's very clear to read. It's got lovely silver gilding edges, and it's just a clear deck. Like, for example, this one here, the rider, it's just not fussy. You can clearly see it's a rider. This one here is the letter, the mountains. It's just a very clear deck. That's the back of the cards. Okay, moving on to my next deck. It's this one. It's called the Way Lenormand. I must say that for the month of January, I've been doing like a Lenormand challenge on Instagram. It's called WWPW January Lenormand, and it's hosted by Patricia Western Witch. And each day, Patricia posts a question, and we have to answer it with a 3-card spread. And I used this deck today, the Way Lenormand. Okay, so this is a title card. This is written by Lynn Araju. I'll give you an introduction there about Lenormand. And then it goes into the cards. So for each one, it tells you the archetype, gives you the playing card association, and some keywords. And like a little quote there. So that's the book. It's quite a substantial little white book. Gives you a couple of spreads here as well. So that's a 2-card spread. And there's a spread there as well. Okay, so let's have a look at the cards. So these are the backs of the cards. They're not edged or anything. Quite quirky cards. So this is the man. This is the playing card association. The lady. Some like this one here, the fish. This is a bit busy for me, to be quite honest, but it's an unusual depiction of the fish. Lily's very clear. On the most of this deck, most of the cards are clear. There's a couple that aren't. If I can find, I think it's the... This looks nice clear key. I think it's this one, for example, is one that's not very clear. The fox. Can you see? Because it's kind of on the shoulder of a woman. So that, to me, could be interpreted as a woman wearing a fox or wearing a fox shawl. But on the most, they're quite clear cards. And if you look on my Instagram page, you will see some of the readings that I have done this year, or some of the readings for the questions of the Lenormand prompt that I have done this month. Okay. So another Lenormand deck that I used in that challenge for January is this one. It's called Under the Roses Lenormand. I think this is one of my first Lenormand decks, actually. Or was it my second one? It's my second Lenormand deck. Lovely backs. I like this because it gives you a choice of man and woman card. So that's the gentleman card. That's one that I tend to prefer. The fox. Gives you mainly quite clear kind of cards. The sickle. That one's not so clear, I suppose. The clover. The dog. Okay. Just got another 3 to show you. So this one here is just called Lenormand. I don't know anything more about this deck, but it's got lovely kind of clad backs. This would be quite good for a beginner. It's got the playing card association, and then it's got the meanings on the cards as well, and the picture's quite clear too. That's the bouquet. And this is the fish. And the whip. Okay. This deck here has got quite a few alternatives, which I tend to keep in this little bag, but it is a 36 card Lenormand deck. This is really for beginners because it gives you the meaning of each card. It's got very clear photographs. Key. The playing card association is written down. Can you see Ace of Diamonds as opposed to like a symbol? It's a really good little deck. This is I think this is mini size. Okay, and my final deck I want to share with you is this one. It's called the Winter Lenormand deck by Tarot Collectibles. Lovely backs, supposed to emanate snowflakes. This one doesn't have playing card associations on there, but it's got very clear kind of like archetypes. So that's the star, and it's based around Christmas. So that's the key, the man, the heart is a Christmas decoration, the scythe, etc. Okay, so that's a few of my Lenormand decks that I thought I'd share with you. So I'll see you again for question 18. I will also, if I can find them, add links to these Lenormand decks in the description bar. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.